Good morning, students. Now I am again with you with new chapter of physics, and in physics we will study motion. So let's start. What is motion? In the previous classes you have been acquainted with the term motion. We know that all the things on the earth is in motion. We also in motion. Motion is experienced in our day-to-day life. So now how can we define motion? Change in position of an object with time and with respect to a stationary body, that means the body at rest, is called motion. Motion is relative in nature. We can feel, we can experience motion whenever we relate it from a stationary body. Now kinematics, study of motion and its types, is called kinematics. And whenever we will study dynamics, we will study the motion, but it's a causing force also. Motion is due to force, but in kinematics we only study motion. We don't study force which causes motion, but in dynamics we study motion along with the force. Now if we are going ahead to learn more about motion, we have to go through some related terms also. Some related terms are distance, displacement. What is distance? Whenever we are on a journey, then the ground covered, how much ground you have covered, how much length you have covered, that is distance, and it has only quantity, only magnitude, but no direction, so it is a scalar quantity. Or you can also define maximum length between 2 points is called distance. Its SI unit is meter. And whenever we talk about displacement, it is the shortest length between 2 points, and it has magnitude and direction also, so it is displacement, so it is vector quantity. Whenever we draw a diagram, just suppose that there is 2 points A and B. If we go through this like curve, then more length you will find here. So this is the distance where every point the direction is changing. There is no fixed direction, and the shortest length between 2 points is displacement. We will study speed. Speed is rate of change of distance per unit time. If we write S is equal to d by t, where S is S is speed, d distance traveled, and t is time. What is the SI unit of distance? Meter, and time second. So the derived unit will be meter per second. What is the SI unit of speed? Meter per second. Now velocity, rate of change of displacement per unit time. Here we have used the term displacement, and in speed we have used the term distance. So rate of change of displacement is velocity. V is equal to d by t, where v is velocity, d is displacement, and t is time. And SI unit of velocity is also meter per second. Now you see here, velocity is of two types: uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. What is uniform velocity? It is equal change in distance in equal interval of time. It's called uniform velocity. And non-uniform sense, unequal change in distance in equal interval of time is called non-uniform velocity. Now we will talk the rate of change of velocity. Acceleration. change in velocity per unit time is called acceleration. Now we will represent acceleration A is equal to delta V by T, where change in velocity per unit time, where if we want to derive the unit of it, now you see here what is the velocity unit. Unit of velocity meter per second and time second. If we calculate then m by s, and whenever it go up 1 by s, then m by s square. So m reciprocal of second square. So meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. Meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. Negative value of acceleration is called retardation. What is retardation? Retardation is negative value of acceleration. It is the retardation. In case of retardation, the speed is gradually decreasing, and in case of acceleration, the speed is gradually increasing. Now we will discuss average velocity. What is average velocity? Here average is what? It is the arithmetic mean. So it is the arithmetic mean of initial velocity and final velocity for a given period of time. V average is equal to u plus v by t, where u is equal to initial velocity, v is final velocity. Now we will discuss graphical representation of motion. How we can represent the motion on graph paper. On the graph paper, time is represented by x-axis, and distance, displacement, speed, velocity is represented by y-axis. Now we see the example of distance time graph. We have represented time with x-axis and distance with y-axis. Now this slope gives the information that distance is changing with a constant rate. That means equal change in distance in equal interval of time. Then whenever we find out the slope, then this slope gives speed. What speed? So if a straight line comes, then it will inform speed. If curve line is given, then it is non-uniform speed. That means unequal change in distance in equal interval of time. In case of non-uniform speed, it has not any fixed shape. It can have any shape. Now displacement time graph. If displacement is changing equally with time, then it will uniform velocity. Change in displacement per unit time is uniform. So this slope gives uniform velocity, and curve line between displacement and time gives non-uniform velocity. Now velocity time or speed time graph. If y-axis is represented by velocity and the rest x-axis is represented by time, then this slope gives acceleration. If straight line comes, then it will be uniform acceleration. If curve line will be observed, then it will be non-uniform acceleration. Now you see this graphical representation. Here the body is starting from rest, origin. Whenever the body is at rest, it is started from rest, and the velocity is gradually changing with constant velocity. This line shows that it is uniform acceleration. Now this becomes parallel to time axis. Then the velocity is not changing with time, so it is constant velocity. Now the graph is in downward direction. That means velocity is decreasing. That is here negative acceleration, and negative acceleration is retardation. Okay.